kind of fell down. I think, yeah, that sounds better. I need to turn down the music though. I think too loud. Yeah, I think that's good. So we have EEIQ. Hmm. So looks like it's trending down. Kind of looking for this squeeze. I don't know if it's gonna go though, because that's right where resistance is at. So I'm kind of looking for that breakthrough 12 and a move higher, but I'm being patient for my entry. I'm basically waiting right now because the 5 minute doesn't look too good. There's a huge seller up there at 12. I don't feel comfortable buying up here because of how many false breaks it did. HOLO. It's just earnings. It's nothing too crazy. I think a lot of people are watching this setup. There we go. Got that nice resolution. Now there's 150, 129 seller. I sold a bit early. I had to take profit at 12.52. And honestly, I don't feel like really. I feel like it's gonna roll over. But now the 5 minute looks a little weird, so we'll see what happens around here. There's a huge seller at 89. This is pretty low float, so that's a huge seller trying to get out. It doesn't look like it. Yeah. ELAB popping up. Do I want to trade this stock below VWAP? No, no, I don't. I could have bought at 65, but what's the point? I'm not gonna get my 15 cents. And look at how much it retraced already. HOLO. ELAB popping up. I don't know. I just don't think the opportunity doesn't look too well to me since there's resistance up here. And there's no news. And that's the move. ELAB could pop up and actually make probably go to pivot point. And if it breaks pivot point, then you could see a move higher, but I first wanted to break VWAP, if anything, because then that means we're in control. CNTB. It's a private placement catalyst. Guess. I guess ELAB does have news. But can it break VWAP, which is 98? CNTB is going crazy. Let's see if ELAB can break 98. Broke over. Let's see if it holds. Looks like it is gonna hold. Alright. Now let's just be patient and wait for the 1 minute to close. I could do a 10-second micro pullback, but I feel like I'll just be buying into the move. So I kind of want to make sure that it closes above this level. Kind of looks like right there it's gonna stop. Alright, let's see if it holds. So our entry is around 3. That's the entry. Plus, we want to kind of buy around the 9 EMA, so that's what I'm really looking for, is a pullback to the 9 EMA. Because if I buy here, it could go lower. 13 cents lower, 12 cents lower. It looks like that's the pullback right there. I still don't trust it though. Maybe people are buying for the breakthrough 39 or the resistance at 39, but I feel like there's too many green candles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just gonna be patient and wait. I really want to buy at around 3, but I think there's already a buyer around like 310 because it just flashes down and someone just buys up the shares. So that could be the pullback right there for a move higher. Looks like it's gonna be a bull trap. I think it's a false breakout. It looks a little sketchy right here. It like made a new high, but it barely made it by a couple cents, by 3 cents. So it's a little risky up here. Hopefully it breaks for the people that are in it. I'm gonna just be patient and wait for a setup I like. ASTC. If it breaks 330, then we could go crazy. I'm willing to take a trade on this around 330, but it has to show it can even go up to 330. I think I'm just gonna wait for ELAB. I think people are looking at ELAB more. There's just too much green candles though. Hopefully we get like a dip to 3 right here. It might do a dip. Let's see, this is the entry I'm looking for. It looks like it is gonna break. I'm getting out, break even. I just think there's too much sellers. But yeah, there it goes. I think the high of this would be I remember seeing resistance, but I can't remember on what. Oh yeah, resistance is like 390, and then from 390 you have the 200 EMA at 4, so at 4 is get out. I could take another entry right here, but it wasn't my original entry, so it already went without me. So I'm just gonna wait. It just wasn't my luck of the draw, I guess. It looked like it was gonna reverse because I saw another seller come in. And then ELAB, everyone's looking at ASTC now. No one likes ELAB anymore. kind of wanted to take an entry on it, but I guess people don't like ELAB no more. Kind of was hoping for like a let's see. I like it there at 310. Low selling volume on the 1 minute at least. On the 5 minute it looks a little weird, but that's fine. We'll take the entry on the 1 minute. We'll see how it goes. I'll sell half at 23 if I can even get filled. It looks like it's just gonna retrace on me. I'm still holding the position. I got in at a pretty well entry, so even if it's not a winner, I don't mind holding it a little bit around here. But if it breaks 310, then I'm out. So I kind of want to see it do like a pullback around here and then make a move higher. That's what we like to see. Selling on the ask. I still have an order at 322. If it decides to flush on me, I'm just gonna hit the bid. But I'm still in at 310, so I don't mind holding it a bit around here. There, I'm out, full position. It's just not really pulling away like I like to. We would have seen like immediately resolution, and I don't feel like holding it any longer. Because if it dips like it did a couple minutes ago, then all the then all the profits is gone. So that's why I decided to get out around there. I could take another dip entry right here on 302, but I mean, the way the stock is telling us by the candlesticks and it on the MACD looking like it's gonna reverse, I don't think it's for me anymore. UGRO. It's we'll look at it. I don't think I'm gonna trade it because it's pretty expensive for me. But it definitely could put in a big move. Definitely could put it in a big move, yeah. I'm good though. I mean, I don't mind paper trading it, but it's just too high price for me. I'll take a trade and it drops 30 cents. It's gonna blow my account. And I'm done. Yeah, it's just too high price. Maybe a dip right here at 20 would be good. Since there's a bid at 10. So right here, a dip around 20. And then if it doesn't hold, it's just a lot of selling then. Like right there, yeah, you're out. Let's stop, 20 cents. Maybe a pullback to the 9 EMA at 19. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, there's resistance right there. I really do think this stock is good, but it does have descending resistance on the 5 minute. EEIQ's out of the race. ASTC, it might start to core right here. Kind of wish I stayed in the trade a little bit longer for AASTC, but I mean, it didn't look like it was working out, so I decided to bail out. UGRO starting to pull away. That did 3 5 minutes in a row though. This is gonna be the fourth one if it makes a newer high. Descending volume on the 1 minute, so it's a bit more risky. Maybe if this 1 minute candle did make a new high on volume, so it could not be a bad entry right here. But you have 3 green candles, ELAB popping up. Let's see that break. Let's see if it gets that break. The break would be 339. 339 is the break. Let's see what happens. Bid and ask are stacked. The volume looks perfect. Really does look perfect. Are we gonna get that third candle? We might get that third candle for a move higher. But the volume does look perfect. That wouldn't be a bad entry right there at 333. A little bit of resistance right there for the new high. It's at 35. MACD is going up. I mean, that is the break though. High is 339. Everyone's looking at that 339 level. If it breaks 339, you could see good resolution. Looks like it's going for that 339. I mean, will it break it though? Finally, after all these rejections? Well, it still has to break 345. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for around 350. If it breaks 350, then I'm willing to get in for the trade. But I mean, if I get right here for 35 and I'm struggling to get a couple cents out, you have resistance right here at 339 and then 345. I think it's best just to wait for 350 and see what 350 does. I mean, that's just me though. This could be a good dip right here. So EEIQ's gone. ASTC, that stock's gone. That has no news. ROMA, I don't know what that chart is. I always see Lantern, LTRN. I don't know why I call it Lantern, but CNTB. I think everyone's looking at ELAB. I think that's the heavy hitter. Everyone Maybe JCSE too, but I don't trade stocks below $2, so maybe I think JCST might pop up though, even though it has low volume right now. I'm willing to take a big trade, I think, on ELAB. Kind of want to see that break though through 39, and it didn't hold it. It rejected it again. So I'm very hesitant in buying up here. And if it breaks it, then I'm not really tripped on it. It looks like it's gonna break it. But you have a Bollinger Band up here on the 1 minute. EEIQ. UGRO just fell. There's resistance right here on EGIU or EEIQ, I mean. I literally have it drawn now. I don't think this would be a good trade around here. You're below VWAP, you have that resistance, and then you have descending resistance on the 1 minute, most likely on the 5 minute too. The candle profile, it might turn out good if it goes higher, but you still have to break through all that resistance, so it's a more risky trade. I think especially when everyone's looking at ELAB and for that breakthrough 339 and that resolution. I'm looking for the breakthrough 345. There we go. I'm in 500 at 49. Yes, I know at whole dollar we're gonna have a lot of. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's kind of. I'm still in 71 shares, so I'm willing to wait a little bit longer for a bigger candle. I'll take another quarter right there. I'll cancel it. I don't want to. I think that's the high. I'm still gonna hold a little bit. There. I'll hold around 50 shares around this level. That is capitulation though on the 1 minute, that high green candle. If we can just go to 4, I mean, that would be like perfect, but that's in a perfect world. But the reality is we're most likely gonna have to take so long to get to 4. So I'm fine with this trade going back down to its previous lows, to my entry at least, to 350. Huge seller, I'm getting out right there. That's fine by me. I kind of sold a bit early, so I'm kind of. I feel like, yeah, I did get some of the profit out, but I feel like I sold a bit too early on some of the shares, but it's fine. It still was a winning trade. I wish it would tell me if I sold on the bid or the ask. Maybe I can set up like one of those keyboard things that can tell me what buttons I'm pressing for the recordings, so I can see what I'm hitting and what I need to fix, when I should buy on the bid or the ask, or sell on the bid or the ask. The entry right here doesn't look too bad, but there's Bollinger Bands above, so I mean, it would be a risky entry. But 350 to hold isn't a bad idea either. EEIQ. It did break above resistance, which is good. ASTC. I think that stock's broken now. The entry was 330 on the 5 minute for the breakthrough 330. We have ATHE popping up. Let's see. It's biotech, so that's a good sector. Bottoming tail, not so much. I think it's best that we just look and see. It doesn't look hot right now. Phase 3 program is pretty high. You have a bid right there at 36, 7. ASTC. I don't really care for that stock anymore. It's all messed up. Unless it made a huge jump. What? Okay. So we're just making huge jumps now. Okay. But what's the point of this jump? I don't really get it. Is this like insider trading? I feel like there's something that we don't know about. Yeah, there's something definitely we don't know about. And that's fine if we don't know about it. But, I mean, what's my chance of making money if I don't really know about it and someone else does? Like, you're telling me someone didn't know about it if it went all the way from 3 back to a high of like, what, 367, 368? Yeah, okay. I wonder what the level 2 looked like though when it popped up. I wonder if it was just a big market order or was it just a big bid that shot it up. ELAB popping up. Looks like it wants to make a newer high. Still's got ways though. It got a couple more cents. Still got like 7 cents right there. That's only 2 cents. I mean, there definitely is profit left on the table for this stock all the way up to 4, but ASTC just dipped hard. Someone just sold. That's like a full green candle going both ways. The way it closed and opened, that's definitely insider trading right there, bro. There's no way. Because I never really seen a candle like that. Like it opened at 332. The high was 332. The low was 308. The close was 308. I mean, you could buy right here though. You could buy at around 307. Maybe for a move higher. especially if there's insider trading. But now look at the 5 minute. The 5 minutes like a big bottoming tail. But BFRG. It's a penny stock. I mean, a lot of these stocks have been dropping though, so I don't even know if it's worth. It's in the healthcare sector, so that might make a good move. Let's look at the bid in the ass. BFRG. Oh, it's shortable. So you have to be a little bit more cautious on people shorting the stock. Maybe for that breakthrough 70 and a move higher. 2 pennies higher. Yeah. You got a big seller right there at 72. Looks like it's gonna break. It did break. And I mean, it's going higher. Definitely is putting in a move for something below $1. It's moving pretty well. I'm gonna stick to my strategy though. I'm trading stocks above $2. So I don't mind being patient and waiting for the next stock. Doesn't look too bad for the breakthrough one, but these stocks are hard to get, are hard headed at one. They always are to get over one. Especially when you have resistance at 109, so 200 EMA on the daily at 109. I don't think it's worthy of the flop that you have a bigger chance of it going down than up. Especially at 109. You have a big bid right there at 89 though. 40,000 buyer. This stock is trolling people so hard, bro. I feel bad. But I like watching it. I'm not, most likely not going to even take a trade on it. Let's see if it actually puts in a good move and breaks highs though. Now if it starts to break highs, then that could be a big sign that it is one. Oh yeah, BFRG is popping up, but I mean it already touched a dollar. I don't know how much more you wanted to go. If we're being realistic now, because the 200 EMA is at 109. I mean, it could go all the way to 109, but they're just big sellers because it's shortable. I think it's just being patient right now. You know, really waiting for a different one. Because ELAB broke below the pivot, which is 339. It's at 334. There's just so much selling volume on the 1 minute. But it still could turn out to be a good trade. This stock's broken. ASTC is broken too. The way it just goes up and goes down. I guess the most obvious stock is BFRG right now. And it most likely might go up and break 1 and go to 109, but not break 109. ELAB curling. It's still below MACD though. BFRG, probably attention shifting for the breakthrough. And I'm a stretch. I mean, I only can take one more trade. And then I'm done. And I wanted to be on a good stock. That's within my strategy, so I'm gonna be patient and wait. There you go. You're starting to get that pull away. Let's see if it does the 109 and retraces. $107. Honestly, I shouldn't have turned off shorting. I would have took a short on this stock actually, around 109. I think this stock is pretty obvious. 200, 109, around that area. That's the level. Let's see if it breaks it over one. If it doesn't, then it's over. People trying to get that break over one. It's struggling. 98, 97, 96. It's not looking too hot. EEIQ, attention is starting to shift. I'm good. I think just being patient right now. It's still holding the 9 EMA, so it's pretty strong on that, which is good. But besides that, you have a high selling candle on the 1 minute. That's pretty big. It's like double the size of every single candle. So you don't have multi-time frame alignment. The 5 minute is a bottoming tail. That's also not good, along with the 1 minute. It's shortable. MACD is about to flip. The chances of it popping up over 1 and going higher, breaking 109, they're very slim right now. I think at this point it's really obvious where the stock wants to go. Now, if it goes that way, who knows? But the higher chance of it going a certain way is it's likely in favor of down. There's no way. Breakthrough BFRG. Now let's see if you get this resolution to 109. Or is it going to be a bull trap? It's either that or a bull trap. I like that music. It looks like it might be a bull trap. Yeah, it's getting the buyers in. It's a bull trap. If it breaks to 102, hopefully it does. There we go. It goes over and then it just goes under. And MACD's already negative if we're really looking at it like that. It's already negative MACD. They really wanted to go over. I think I'm just gonna read my book or go to the bathroom. We got 10 minutes till quarter or till they might come out with news. Most likely because the market's somewhat hot. It's not like really hot, but it's getting there. We have a 90% gainer in aftermarket hours, which is we haven't really seen all week at all that much. But everyone's watching for this breakthrough 101, and it's just people battling it out between 102 and 99. ELAB, attention switching. That's what I like to see. We have descending resistance right here, so. Oh, it broke descending resistance. So this is break above descending resistance. What do I think? Five-minute, there's no volume. 1 minute, there's less. So they both don't look that good. Yes, it could be a good winner. For the you could do the MACD flip over BFRG just broke over, so attention might shift back. You got a high 113. That's actually good. Let's see if it goes higher. That is not looking good. I get it. I think most traders were looking for the breakthrough 109. I think that's why MACD was so hesitant on switching. And I think a lot of traders are looking to see if it can hold. And it does look like it's gonna hold around here. Since it keeps popping up and MACD looks like it's gonna flip over, it does look like it's gonna hold. But I mean, how high could it go off 109? Maybe next resistance 119. So 109 to 119. But let's see if the 1 minute candle closes above 109. It doesn't want to. It's struggling even at 107. I think this is where a lot of people probably switch short since it's shortable. Buyers then switch short and they're looking for that trail down. Some people are in buying at the high of 113. So they're kind of stuck and they're gonna sell along with people shorting. And if it falls below $1 and it clearly shows that it's gonna retrace, most likely people are done with it and it's just gonna start dipping really hard. Honestly, I don't feel like looking at this stock the way it trades anymore. It's annoying. The way it just trades kind of just goes up and down, up and down. I'd rather look at E Lab than that stock. Three minutes to the hour. Lab popping up. This is a pivot right here for a move higher. Does look like it wants to curl. The 5 minute isn't looking too hot though. So just because the 5 minute isn't looking hot, not willing to trade it. BFRG is still up, but it fell below $1. So let's see if we get any good news. GVH, it's below $2, so oh, I see the pivot. The breakthrough 154. If it can break 154, you could see 157 and then 157. Never mind, I'm not even gonna take this trade. There's only like a couple cents of resistance apart. No, I'm good. It could put in a good move though, but I mean, then you have a it's just a lot of resistance levels. On the other stock, on ASTC, there's only one recent one on the 5 minute, which was the breakthrough 330. But this one you have 57, and then from 57 you have 165. So let's just see how it does. I guess it just stopped at 158. That was the trade right there. People want BFRG. JCSE? What's the catalyst? It's Singaporean for the breakthrough 130. JCHE. Wasn't this the stock that I said I was gonna break 115? JCSE. Let's see if it breaks 130. It's kind of what I'm looking at right now. But then you have... No, I'm not taking a trade on it. Because then you have resistance at 140. And then you have this chart looking so bad. I think it literally just popped over 115 and it just did a whole replacement on it. I mean, you could do a dip right here at 1. At 97 on the 200 EMA. Wouldn't be too bad of a trade. I think people bought and then they looked at the news and they didn't really like the news. But the news isn't even that bad, like, but that's how the market is. I mean, they just says that they secured money, like, what's wrong with securing money? I guess you would have to read more into it to see what happened. We didn't get anything at the top of the hour besides HCML, but the float's too high, or I would trade it. ELAB doesn't look too hot. EEIQ, that's the end of it. ASTC, pop and drop. APRE. It's biotech. It does have a private placement, I guess. Sometimes they do good private placements. Just depends. I mean, I already made a move all the way to the high of 120, which is a 90 MA. EIQ. This stock, I really don't think it's. It might be the one right here for the break to 11, so 10.99. It is new 1 minute candle to make a new high. It does look somewhat strong also on the 5 minute. But look at the volume. There's no volume compared to the move before. There was a lot of volume. Now look, there's like nothing. APRE popping. You could buy for the breakthrough 9, but we already know there's probably it's probably shortable too. Yeah, it's shortable. Huge seller, 60,000. I guess I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee. What did I miss? Nothing. This all looks ass. Yeah, nothing. This shit all looks ass, if I'm being honest. Maybe this stock APRA starts to curl. Oh, Turb popped up. All right. TURB. I don't know. Never mind. I don't like this stock because the date. It's just the growth report. ES. I don't know what ES is, but it is renewable energy, which might be in the sector field right now. But nah, I'm good. I think we gotta wait for a different stock. We could put in a big move, but the catalyst, the news isn't that good, and then it could go higher to 318, but that's only 18 cents on the daily, so I don't know. Let's look at a different one. It's only up 20% so far. It's a little bit higher flow, only 4 mil. Yeah, I'll just be patient. This stock ELAB just keeps popping up. Don't leave your mom's nowhere. You have My name is Kaden. Anna, you talk for a living. It's kind of. EIQ. I think it's making a newer high. Yeah, it's been moving. Quantum. No volume on that stock. Are we early? We might be. It's shortable. Never mind. I'm good. I'm curious. I think this is a head and shoulders pattern. I'm gonna look at it right now though. Have the shoulder. But I think it's inverted head and shoulders. I don't think it's a. That was a good micro pullback on EEIQ. The 9 minute micro pullback. Kind of should have saw that one coming, not gonna lie. It's okay though. This one could go a bit parabolic around here. A lot of selling. It's a bit risky. Higher price now. I think we gotta wait for something different. Never mind. The 5 minute doesn't look too good. 822. I could do a dip trade at 12. We kind of want to see green though on the tape. This stock might tank pretty hard. I'm willing to take. Oh, there's a 100 share bidder right there. But it just went away. The short just came in. I think you have to wait for most likely a dip to 1125 or buy right here around 12. But 12, you see that red candle, sellers are getting, the buyers are getting scared. I mean, I would be scared too. It dropped like $2 already. I'm going to take that trade though. We'll see how it goes. It kind of already did it, not gonna lie. A low of 34. If I buy right here on the bid, it's kind of. I would have to do an order. ELAB popping up. MACD just crossed over. ELAB. I do like this stock on ELAB. I kind of want to wait for a different stock. I could make it a winner, I feel like, on ELAB. But I only have one trade left, and I kind of want it to be a newer stock with a greater potential, like EEIQ. But dude, that stock just, oh my god. Well, that's your inverted, that's your head and shoulders pattern, right? Yep, that's your shoulder pattern. But I don't think it should have sold off that much. I might do a reversal trade. I just might. Let's see if we can read it. This could be a good bounce. I'm still waiting. If it goes up right here, that's fine. I kind of want to, because it's hitting the Bollinger Band, so it's not that bad of a trade right there, but I'm kind of looking for another dip because MACD's already crossed. I'm kind of looking at a dip at the 200 EMA on the 1 minute. That's what I'm looking at right now. But if it goes right there, then that's fine. I'm kind of just looking at what's best for the trade I want to take. So I kind of want to wait around here. I really like the 10. The 10 area is really what I like. There is a big bidder right there. Not a bad idea to take it around here. But I like the 10 area because you have a double bottom. And then you also have the 200 EMA closer to 10. I like the 10 part. And I think I'm just going to be patient and wait for it if it's going to go there. ELAB making newer highs. Looks like it's trying to hit 4. Damn. I still believe 10 is the spot you want to get in. Around 10. 1020, 1010. 1020 is the 9 EMA, the low is 1010. It's in the 10 areas, so I think 1010. Stop would be the break below 10, and that's what I'm looking for, so I'm planning it out right now. $10.10. That's what I'm looking for. If it breaks 10.10.10, then that's okay, but I feel confident in this trade at 10.10. I might just put an order out around like 10:15. I'll put an order out. This is going to be the last trade, so we'll see how it goes. 10:20 is what I like. ELAB making higher highs. ELAB's doing pretty well. I feel like there's still room on this stock to go down more. I feel like it's really there. $10.20 is my comfort zone. It's a bit below. It's 1 cent below the 200 EMA, but if I get filled, then I'm glad for the trade. And then it would be selling would be around like 10.70. But it looks like it's not falling down anymore, so it might make a newer high right here. that's descending, that's decreasing volume right there. So I don't know. I don't think people are really buying there. It's only 5,000 volume and it keeps going down. Okay. I never done like a limit or a trade like this. I usually buy on the ass, so I'm curious how this trade would go if I get filled. Usually when I want to get in a trade, it's popping up right away, but this stock, it's not really doing that. So I kind of want to do like a dip entry and see how it goes. SSST gap is 6% down, negative. Kind of want to move. I don't want to get filled too high. I kind of want to move it like 5 cents, just five below. Kind of move it. I kind of want to move it five up. I don't know if I'm gonna get filled, but right here, this is the trade if it dips and I get filled miraculously. Let's see how it goes. I should have done 10.21, but it's okay. We'll see how this goes. Was that the entry on the 5 minute? That might have been the entry on the 5 minute. If it doesn't break. It's still decreasing volume, so it's going down and descending resistance. I see it on the 10-second. There's no volume, no. It's kind of like all went away, the volume. I think it's gonna go, yeah. I guess that was the entry around there. That's fine. Well, it still has to break 20. And if it doesn't, then it's a false breakout on the 1 minute. Let's look at different stocks. This one isn't doing too well. ELAB, newer highs. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's ready to flip over yet. come on. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for that dip. I see resistance at 1011, but I think a lot of people are looking at this setup, so they might have it placed a bit above or around. But 1011 is basically even 10, but I want to make sure that I get filled. And I honestly might lower my buy. I might go 1015, honestly. Yeah, I'm going 1015. Because the Bollinger Band just keeps getting lower. And if I get filled at a price like that, then I'm kind of cooked. A lot of selling. I just moved it lower, 1010. Might just move it lower, 1005. Bollinger Band keeps getting pushed down. I can't do nothing about it. Hopefully it's a flash down and I get filled. Just doesn't really look like it wants to go down. It's looking good. Someone's buying around here. 1069. Yes. Got entry at. There's a big buyer at 37. I think ELAB is going to be the obvious stock. The way it trades, it's pretty strong. KZR. I'm selling my stock. KZR. So it's at 7. It's priced at 7. That's what it's priced at. 695. Basically 7. It's already at 730, so I mean, you could see a breakthrough 740 and then go to 760. No volume though. People aren't really looking at it. They don't really care about it a whole lot. I mean, you can't do anything about it. I'm still gonna go back to my stock. Alright, that's gonna take too long. It just keeps going lower. Okay, 1001. It just doesn't flash down. It just kind of slowly increments its way down. I don't know if 1011 is the one though. 10, yeah. I'm confident right around here. 1001. Hopefully it just flashes a bit and I get filled. ELAB popping up. For the breakthrough 4, and it's pretty strong. It went to 16 and then kind of just went all the way back down again, so that's not looking too good. Hopefully it can hold 4. That's all you really need, is it to hold 4. EEQ. Kind of looking for that stock to enter. It's a big bidder right there at 37. I'm not moving it. I think 10-1 is as low as I could possibly get filled. I don't think I can get any lower than that. ELAP is starting to run up, which I'm glad that we finally have a stock that might have good resolution. That's what we like to see. Hopefully it pushes higher. Might go to a high of 43, so 43 is the next resistance. And then from 43 you have 521, but 43 is more realistic. To high 43. EEIQ 43, hopefully it goes to 43 and higher. It's starting to pull away, which is good. I guess EEIQ isn't gonna go that low. Looks kind of like it's gonna curl right here. Big seller. Hopefully you can get a micro pullback on this stock right here. Huge seller right there at 21. I guess it's a bull trap, but kind of right there. EEIQ is gonna look like it's gonna pop over the 11. I think I see something I missed. I missed the ascending resistance. So ascending resistance would have been good around that level. Kind of want to take off my trade now, since I don't think I'm gonna get filled on it either way. Could buy right here, micro pullback. I think it's just too much grain at this point. Not enough volume anymore. Guess this is our last stock. Not our last stock, our last time. So one more hour, and then we got, well, top of the hour, 14 minutes, 13 minutes now. I think EEIQ looks right, but the volume just isn't there to make the move higher, honestly. ELAB looks like it's gonna curl, decreasing green volume, might be increasing red volume, MACD's turning. 5 minutes still looks good, but you have a bottoming tail. EEIQ, a lot of selling going through right now. I'm just gonna put my order there and hopefully I get filled. Wait. Copy. This is right where the entry would be around if you wanted to get in right now for the ascending resistance. That's the entry right there. Doesn't look good though, that's why I don't want to buy around that level. Let's see if we get filled. People are starting to trade BFRG. The chart. This could be a new high right here, surprisingly enough. The volume doesn't look too bad. It is a bit ascending, but I guess this will make it or break it if it stays above 4. Micro pullback on the 28 minute. I do see the vision. Take half would be around 35. Looking for that move higher through the Bollinger Band high. Five minutes looking good. There we go. Take half. It would be around here. 36. Would be around 36. That's the resolution you got. Looking for that move higher if you were in the trade. Maybe take half would be, the other quarter would be 440. Since that's resistance, 449, somewhere around there. Looking for that curl on the MACD, and then another would be 450. That would be around the whole trade. Kind of struggling around that level for the flip on the MACD. I still think it has a chance. This is a micro pullback right here on the volume. There you go. It got bought up. Looking for that move higher. 440 is what you're looking for. There we go. Take quarter right there, 445. Looking for that move to 450. Take another quarter at 450. I would say take full position right there and let it pull back. You already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles in a row. I think it could break 450, but could do a false break around here. But MACD's crossed over, so it's still a valid trade, even if you were gonna buy. EEIQ. I have a buy around here, but there's descending resistance, like right. It just broke it, but it has to stay above it. So right here, it would be more like a dip for that move. A dip right here, and then it would kind of be like a buy if you wanted to get in for a micro dip, for a move higher. I punched it. I don't know, I just felt something in me to punch it. Something in me told me to punch it. Kinda did it on its own, so I'm curious to see what happens around here. If it doesn't work out, then I'll take a small loss, like $1 loss. And that's it. That's it for today. Kind of want to stay and watch and see what would happen. So I'm gonna see how this resolution is. But I punched it at 10.9. It felt to me that something was gonna happen around there. So I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. It's about to be 9. I can't trade no more. I already hit max share size, so I'm fine with what I have. This could be a micro pullback for a move higher. It closed above, so it's a very big chance that this stock doesn't make a bigger move. Yes, you do have that risk of it just flushing, but I think right now it wouldn't be a bad trade. And I'm gonna paper trade it after. Let me just log my trade real quick, since I'm done and I don't want to have to delete trades in TraderView. So VELO popping up. Not a lot of volume, so it already hit 948. There's news on it. Very good news. Short tail restriction. I think this would be a good trade to go on for that breakthrough. It's a 20 cent. It was like a 20 cent winner. Yeah, it was like a 19 cent winner. It wasn't too crazy. But that was the trade for the breakthrough 10. It has been popping and falling now, this stock, so I like EEIQ for the breakthrough. I really do think this stock might break through 1122. I think I punched it because I saw some grain and I kind of saw it starting to pull away at 10.9, and it did go all the way to 11, but there were sellers at 11. I could have locked up like $7, but that's not really the trade I was looking for. So I sold it for like $1 loss on EEIQ. It's not looking good right now. That is a dip though, right there. So you had to be quick on VELO. SST. It is starting to pop up, SST. So I'm not going to be surprised if it does do a decent move right here. Holo. I could see Holo making its new high. SST starting to run up.
344. Let's see if it breaks 357. Took a dip right there. Someone just sold. Hollow, breaking its new previous high, but it's dipping down. 250, let's see if it holds. It's already below 247, so it's very rare if it even does. Kind of already made this big move and it's already retracing. Doesn't seem like even a good trade to think about. This is continuation on SST. It's hard to borrow now. And that's a good indicator that this stock is bullish. When I first pulled it up, SST was on short sale restriction. Now it's hard to borrow. There's a reason behind that. So some people are probably short, most likely, because they bottom ticked it from a couple days ago. And if buyers get like on the hold of it, it could see a bigger move, but there's a 24,000 seller on 330. And obviously they're flashing that because they're scared that it might retrace on them their trade. Look, you just went away at 330. They're getting a little scared that it might go up. But imagine if someone with the big bid just comes in. $322, big seller. He's still there at 322, trying to push it below. Velo popping back up. Velo could make another new high with the volume it's putting out. It's simply a good candle. You have two. This third one most likely is going to be ascending. This one might be a macro pullback candle and a move higher. Hopefully it can hold 10. If it holds 10, you see that resolution kind of dips below, so it's a little difficult to trade around here. BFRG just did a huge dip. All the way to 91. Velo has a chance to squeeze. But the problem with Velo is it's only up 12%, so a lot of people aren't really looking for that. But if it does break over its new high could go all the way to 43, like 40-ish. But it has a lot of selling volume, so. But the 5 minute looks pretty good. You might get a push higher. I guess I'm glad I'm cutting my losers faster instead of holding them. Because if I would have held EEIQ, I would have been down like $30. And that's half of my profit instead of selling for like $1.25. So you gotta always cut your losers fast if they're not working in your favor. I'm gonna see how much commissions I paid on this right now. I actually paid like nothing, cause I think most of the time I sold on the ass, so I paid like 30 cents for all the trades I took, which I'm glad on that, cause sometimes I'll be paying a lot. So I'm glad that I sold on the ask when I could and avoided fees, even though fees probably would have been like $3 if I sold on the bid. HOLO. I think everyone's looking for that break on the 1 minute. You have ascending volume, micro pullback most likely right here. It's kind of extended off the 9 EMA, so it's more of a, you gotta kind of weigh if you want a full, but 252 is kind of the area on the 10-second for the pullback. Kind of struggling to break 258. Guess you could do a div to hold 250. So it's just selling on the ass though. I think they're just banging the bid out. Big bidder right there. Back in at 251. ELAB popping up. It's kind of cooked. So, I guess we could look back at this stock and be like, why are we trading a stock that's 13 million share float when every other stock is like 10 and less? What else you could see? The volume. The volume also isn't that good compared to ELAB. Not even the EEIQ. So you also have that. You have a lot of bottoming tails on the 5 minute. So there's a lot of things that tell you, like, what trade to take, what trade not. Like, even though the volume's good on the 5 minute, you still have bottoming tails. But that's fine. Like, that's why I paper trade the other one. I'm happy with today's results. BFRG popping up. The volume profile does look good. It's still above VWAP, so you could see a good move. I personally feel like if it was not shortable, it would make a better move. But the $1 is the heavy resistance it needs to break. It's popping up there. I kind of find it weird that I don't see any bid or bid or big ask on BFRG. It's just a little weird. Broke 101. Ooh, there's a big seller right there. Yeah, they're cooked. They ain't getting past that one. Nah. The short would be at 101. And the reason it would be a short at 101 because of the big seller on the ask. So short would be 101. And then if they start to pull away, then you'll just buy back around, I guess, like 103, 104. Because you have resistance at 104. So I guess 104 would be the get out. I just feel like personally, you have to buy so much shares to even make a profit. Because if you're trading at the start and you're in the trades, it's easier to make profit because it hasn't made that move yet. But then you have to wait till market open if you really want to see big moves, because that's when volume really comes in. But usually people don't trade this price action. So on a stock like this, getting 10 cents in a move or a candlestick is like really good. It's crazy. But getting 10 cents on a stock that's $3 to $4, I mean that's normal. And then a 50-cent move on a $10 stock is more normal for it. It just goes higher each time because the spreads usually get bigger. And then also the volume isn't that crazy. Like right here, the volume's crazy because, I mean, what's $1 a share? Everyone has $1 a share to spend. I just found something crazy that's flipping. So I guess when I hit sell on the ask and bid, yeah. I guess that was stopping out 105. Eight minutes still open. Looks like MACD's about to cross. I guess you're back at the short position for 101. 5 minutes till market open. BFRG, another topping tail. I mean bottoming tail. Market's about to open. 30 seconds on the clock. Alright, what stocks would people be looking at right now? Elab's definitely on the table. It's our leading gainer, so that's no doubt. BFRG. If it can break over 113 on BFRG, could see a bigger move. EEIQ. I guess if it can get over the high of 1110, you could see a move higher on this one. Think BFRG doesn't look good, so I think ELAB. I think ELAB is probably the one. ELAB popping up a little bit. A little hesitant. I just barely broke resistance, but let's see if it can close over. EEIQ. EEIQ for the break over. Might break over basically high, but there's 3 resistant levels up there, so it's a bit risky. EEIQ is obvious. Very obvious. Hopefully it can break over 1120, which is VWAP, but that's what the stop would probably be, the break below 11. So if it breaks below 11, then you're out. ELAB went for, ELAB just went crazy, bro. Hopefully someone caught that move. I wish I could have saw the resolution on it. I didn't get it on the clip, so kind of disappointed in that. But a breakthrough that resistant level was obvious. And that's it for today. Up 62, the other is paper trading money. It's a little more leeway, I take it. Just big seller on ELAB. I think that's it for today. That's the highest volume move. It's gonna probably retrace.